Hi, I'm Amy Forsythe, guest hosting for CJ Demento. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the November edition of Oceanside Spectrum. First, we have Mayor Esther Sanchez and Kathy Kinane from the Oceanside Turkey Trot. It's coming up on Thanksgiving. Plus, the CEO of Community Resource Center, John Van Cleef, is here to tell us about their compassionate services and facilities. Alicia Anthony from the North County African American Women's Association will update us on their recent fundraiser and what's coming up next. And I'm excited that Mark Olson is with us. He's the division manager for Oceanside Parks and Recreation, and they have so many offerings available this fall. So stay tuned because Oceanside Spectrum starts now. Oceanside Mayor Esther Sanchez and Kathy Kinane, race director of the Oceanside Turkey Trot, are here to get us moving our feet before we eat. Welcome, ladies, to Oceanside Spectrum. Thank you so much for being here, and we're so excited because it's November, and guess what that means? Turkey Trot time.
It's Thanksgiving.
Yes.
It is move your feet before you eat, and it is truly, truly a gift of life. Because to be able to, after the pandemic and, you know, the whole talk was about mental health issues, well, what can you do? The best thing that you can do for mental health is get out there and start walking and, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
16 years and counting, so this year makes 17 years right here in Oceanside. Tell us about last year's event, right, where the mayor was started the
Mayor
race.
Sanchez joined us and started the first wave of the 5K. There were probably 6,000 people in that wave. And I'll just tell you that 80% of the people walk. For those of you who think 5K run or walk is always a run, no, 80% walk. And they have a fun time, sort of a hug fest. All your friends and family are out there. You just walk from one to the other and give them a hug, right?
Exactly. And if 5K sounds daunting, because we want everybody to come out, especially seniors, and of course, teachers with their class, you know, their students, there is a 1 mile kid fun run that seniors can do. So please come out and join me on this 1 mile. We can do this. Let's do it together. Yeah.
And many people from all over North County and even further away come to this because it really has become a signature event for the city of Oceanside and a new partnership with the Turkey Trot race.
Yes, the city is the host sponsor this year. They're helping us out with some fees. And the event, not everybody knows, but we attract from 6 countries, 46 states, and 460 cities each year. We were voted one of the top trots in the country 3 of the last 8 years.
Wonderful. And you couldn't ask for a better route, right? So describe the route, the starting and the route and the ending location.
Best part is it's downhill. I was old when I designed the course. I said, I got to help my friends out. We start at the Civic Center right at the library. So it's wonderful. We get to showcase the Civic Center facility in the library. Yeah. We run down to Wisconsin, turn around, come back, go down underneath railroad tracks at Pierview. We make a left on Pacific, go to Wisconsin, come down again, onto the newly paved Strand, for those of you who don't know. And then we finish right there at Betty's Lot. And it's super fast, fun course. And we're expecting to have king tides again this year, which every year I ask people what their favorite memory is, and they said the splash zone. It'll be wonderful.
It's like we make those arrangements, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Mother Nature on
Yes,
call.
Exactly.
Well, wonderful. It will be a great event. And it's such a special day to give thanks and really just to get out as a family event. So tell us, people can register.
So you can register at OCideTurkeyTrot.com. And I want to tell you something that's unique about Oceanside. We have 2 categories for competition for the top 3 in each age group. The Oceanside residents compete against their own neighbors, and everybody that doesn't live in Oceanside competes against themselves. And one thing that's very special is even though we have a kids 1 mile and a 1/5 mile, I'd say 95% of our kids 18 and under do the 5K with their family, which is what we had always hoped for. It was incredible.
Well, it's a great way.
You can't imagine that energy. I mean, they're still, ready to go right after that.
And it's at Thanksgiving Day, so morning, people are done. They can go spend the rest of the day with their families and enjoy their meal. But getting out first thing to move their feet before they eat, right? And Mayor, you'll be out there?
Yes, yes. And this is a great time to get started. You know, make sure you've got your shoes and whatever equipment you need to have, and then get started walking so that you can get excited with and invite other people to go with you.
Well, there'll definitely going to be people cheering and just coming out to build community spirit, and that support out there is second to none, really.
And one of the things unique about this event is we give the participants the opportunity to support. Right now, it's one of 87 charities or schools that support Oceanside residents. So $5 of your entry fee, not additional dollars, will go to that school or nonprofit. And we're going to raise about $25,000 to $30,000 that way.
Wonderful. What a great way to spend the day and start the day off and the weekend off right. So ladies, thank you so much for joining, and come on out. You don't want to miss it. This year, Thanksgiving Day, the Turkey Trot, 17th annual, you can go and sign up. Can people sign up the day of and show up? And
you can sign up right before the gun goes off. Okay. Matter of fact, because the waves start at 8:05 and go to 8:40, you can sign up at 8:40.
Perfect. So come on down. If you don't register online, you can certainly just show up and participate. So We'll see you out there. Come say hi. Yes. We'll see everyone down there cheering everyone on as they make their way down the Strand. Okay. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll be right back. Welcome back. John Van Cleef, CEO of the Community Resource Center, is here. Thank you so much, John, for joining us. We're going to talk about some upcoming things you have going on, but first, let's tell our audience, the Community Resource, about just what a treasure it is here in North County.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me tonight. Really pleased to share about Community Resource Center. Started in 1979, has been and really started as a food truck, right, where we were giving bread out the back of a truck, and quickly our services evolved to include helping people experiencing food insecurity, housing insecurity, as well as domestic violence prevention and intervention. And so it's been a remarkable 43 years, and providing services throughout the North Coastal communities for people who are experiencing hunger, homelessness, and hurt.
Just a real lifeline for our community. I know that many people out there just rely on your services, and under your leadership, you're taking on some new projects, and tell us about that.
You bet. So one of the things we certainly experienced in the last 3 years is an increased demand for services around food. And then in the city of Oceanside and all of the communities around us, more and more people are dealing with economic challenges because of inflation, the cost of living, the cost of housing. And so there are people who are vulnerable to becoming homeless, as well as many of our neighbors who are experiencing homelessness. And then another thing that happened in the shadow of the pandemic was the increase in domestic violence. People who were locked away with abusers and put in just an untenable situation. So in addition to having aged facilities, we've also seen an increased demand for our services. And we need to take and renovate our facilities so that when someone comes to CRC for food, they're not waiting in the street in public view, but we've got a dignified setup for them, more like a community grocery store, so that they can come, shop, enjoy dignity of choice, find healthy food that's meaningful to them, and really begin to uplift their life through the services and through the place where those services are provided.
Well, you're definitely a trusted nonprofit here in the North County, and your team under your leadership has just really provided so many great services through the years. But people at home, what can they do if they want to help, and how can they reach out or offer volunteering or other funding resources?
Well, for CRC, our website is a great place to start and discover ways to get involved at crcncc.org. But if people are interested in learning more about the One Community, One Heart campaign, we'll have a special website that we've just launched. It's oneheart-crc.org. That outlines our capital campaign. We have a goal to raise $10.5 million. As of this taping right now, we're at 50% of that goal. And we're really at a place where we're going to be engaging our community in helping us accomplish the rest.
Well, I know that there are very generous people here in North County that want to help you succeed and want to make sure that that resource remains here in North County, because without you guys, so many people would go hungry or not have a place to turn. So tell us exactly what your goal will be once you raise the money and what people can find when they come to your location.
Certainly. We'll be building a brand new food and nutrition center. We were able to purchase one of the parcels next to us, and we're building a brand new food and nutrition center that will look like a neighborhood grocery store. Then in our other buildings, we'll be putting all of our client services, places where people come, all on the first level so that they'll be ADA accessible, so that we'll have work teams and volunteers together in a better collaborative space and really create an environment that brings healing and hope to the clients who come to us for service. And that will really be transformative to CRC as we take care of where we're at, and also as we begin to look at opportunities for growth. Because we know in the communities across North County and even inland, that there's an increased demand for services for people who are economically vulnerable.
Well, thank you, John, for coming to Oceanside Spectrum to share that great story, and folks out there know where they can go to support you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Andrea, Dixon, and Alicia Anthony, the treasurer of the North County African American Women Association, as it's affectionately known, NCAAWA, are here with me. So thank you, ladies, for coming to Oceanside Spectrum.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, learning more about
here.
your organization. Thank you so much. You had a big fundraiser recently. We're going to talk about that, but really want to know more about the organization and the benefit that you bring here to North County.
Okay. What we do is we pretty much raise money for scholarships for girls in North County area. And that signature fundraiser is called Gentlemen's Gourmet, and that's where we get the bulk of our money from, besides donations. And a lot of the girls that we've had, they've gone on to law school. They're in their doctorate program, so they benefited from our scholarships. A couple of girls last year, they actually got full rides to, I think one of them was Harvard. So for every prestigious colleges that they're going to,
That's wonderful. The work that you've been doing, 27 years, is that right?
Yes, 27 years.
Right here in North County, providing that local assistance for young girls going off to college. So it's a college scholarship fund. Can you tell us a little bit more about the recent event that you had?
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, it's called the Gentlemen's Gourmet. It's the annual fundraiser, and like Alicia said, that's where we receive the bulk of our funding. It's and this year we raised over $30,000. Lots of dignitaries, local dignitaries attended, and it's where I've been told it's like Costco on steroids, where you go around and you sample various dishes from local chefs, and they range from amateurs to all the way to professional chefs.
Right.
And everyone goes around and they sample and they judge, and it's such an exciting and fun evening. And it was held at the Omni La Costa Resort. So it was over 400 people attended. It sold out. It sells out every year. And it's something that the North County looks forward to. It's one of the premier fundraising events in North County.
Well, I'm going to put that on my calendar for next year.
You have
to. Yes, indeed. It sounds amazing. So,
Yes.
But if people at home want to learn more about your organization, can you give us the website and tell us how they can actually get involved if it's something they want to participate in?
Sure. Our website is www.ncaawa.org. We have meetings monthly on the fourth Thursday of every month, and it's held at Miracosta College on Mission Avenue Meetings are start at 6. We're usually done about 7:30. Or like I said, they can go to our website. We have different events that we have going out throughout the year that we participate in.
Well, it sounds wonderful, and a lifeline for those college students who are really struggling right now.
Right.
Yes.
It gives them a little bit of money to help out towards books, permits, registration, just to kind of give them a little bit of a breather.
Wonderful. And you told me you do stay in touch with some of the girls that you've assisted, and they are going on to be attorneys and law school. Share a little bit about that, and if they're from North County, how that benefits them.
Yeah, they are from North County. Most of them went to either Oceanside High School, El Camino High School, I believe Carlsbad High School, Vista High School. And a lot of them, they come back and they actually speak during our Gentleman's Gourmet, and they let people know how the scholarship has helped them, how it has assisted them. Even during our event, we have pictures of the girls that we have supported on the tables. So actually people can see physically how their money has helped us.
That's so rewarding for people who contribute.
They can see the reaps of their hard work.
Wonderful. And the girls actually are going to come back and volunteer if they were a recipient. Tell us a little bit about that.
They're actually, we have, I can't remember if it's 4 or 5 that are actually part of our organization right now. During Gentleman's Gourmet, they came and they worked. Our silent auction, they helped out with registration, they helped out with volunteering. So they do still support the organization, even though they're away at college.
Well, wonderful. Ladies, thank you so much for coming and sharing that story. A true North County nonprofit that goes to some wonderful, deserving young women.
Absolutely. And if I could just add, in early spring of 2023, we'll be having our women's conference. It's called Sister Soaring is the theme. And so there's more information to come on that.
Okay, and check out the website.
Yes,
Wonderful.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Oceanside Spectrum. I'm Amy Forsythe, guest hosting for CJ Demento on this edition. With me today, Mark Olson, Division Manager of Oceanside Parks and Recreation, is here. And boy, do we have a lot of things to talk about coming up this fall. You'll want to know what to put on your calendar. So, Mark, thank you so much for joining us here today.
My pleasure. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's great. So we have a full calendar of events, and we want to talk about a few things.
Certainly.
So, tell us what's the most important thing coming up here in November that you want to share?
Well, in November, we are a co-sponsor to the Oceanside Turkey Trot. So you'll see our staff down at the finish line. You'll see our staff there at the expo, providing information about all of our recreational programs, as well as giving out some free samples and educating the public, as well as encouraging them to obviously be healthy and active and get out and enjoy all that Oceanside has to offer from a recreational standpoint.
And of course, the Turkey Trot is Thanksgiving morning.
That is correct. It's one of the best ones that we have in the country, and Oceanside Parks and Recreation will be there to support it, as well as encourage as many people to participate in Oceanside and our neighboring cities as well.
Wonderful. I can't wait to see everyone out there.
It's going to be a great event.
Yeah. What are some other things that people can look forward to? I mean, we have an endless summer here in North County, but it does kind of turn to fall and winter. So the temperatures are a little bit cooler, but it's just a shift in activity. So tell us what else is going on.
Yeah, coming up next week on the 29th, we have our first annual Parks and Recreation Trunk or Treat. That will take place at Buchanan from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., where families can come out and participate. We've had a full group of individuals who have signed up for our pre-registration, but anybody can come out and participate. And then afterwards, we're going to be showing Hotel Transylvania at Buchanan Park for anybody in the community to come and enjoy a wonderful evening together as a community, enjoying some time together.
Okay, and more holiday events as people have a little bit more time off. we're going to still have lots of things going on. That doesn't slow down at all for you in the Parks and Rec division.
No, not at all. As we work closer to the holidays, we'll have our tree lighting, which will be the first Thursday in December. That's in connection with the Sunset Market through Main Street Oceanside, our partners for that event, where we will light the tree down there in downtown Oceanside and have a special visitor who will provide some cookies and some milk for all the participants that attend that event.
That's great. So that's the Oceanside tree lighting ceremony downtown Oceanside in conjunction with the Oceanside Thursday Night Market.
That is correct.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Talk about a few other things that might be family friendly on the weekends. Anything you have lined up for the weekends?
In the weekends, we have all of our recreational facilities are open, whether it's the William A. Wagner Aquatic Center, where families can go and enjoy recreational swim, lap swim, healthy activities, as well as some of our community centers. The Junior Sail Beach Community Center has open play for families, whether it's pickleball, badminton, basketball. You know, we have all of our scheduling programs on oceansiderec.com, where you'll find a complete listing of our open play activities that families can enjoy on weekend activities, in addition to the many activities that can take place in any of our numerous Oceanside parks.
And so your online listings are really fantastic because it's just so much to look at, and people can go to the online site where your activity guide is there. They can look at things and make their plans for the holiday season, really. You've got winter activities. Anything else that sticks out that people can plan for?
Just to watch out for our new activity guide. You mentioned it. Our fall one is out right now. Our winter one will be coming out the second week of November. So you'll want to start planning for your winter activities, whether it's a Tiny Talk class at Melba Bishop Community Park, or a ceramics or line dancing class at one of our senior centers. All that information and programming will be available in our winter guide, which comes out in mid-November.
Wonderful. You guys have things for all events for people of all ages, and people can find it on the website, the fall activity guide, and we'll see you out at the Turkey Trot, right?
Absolutely. Yep. We'll be there. We'll be out supporting that wonderful event, and in addition to all the other events that Oceanside Parks and Recreation is a part of.
Okay. Thank you, Mark, for being with us today.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And thank you for watching this edition of Oceanside Spectrum and staying informed on what's happening in this amazing city of Oceanside. If you or your organization would like to be on the show, please visit koct.org/spectrum to find out details on how your nonprofit can be a part of Spectrum. Stay up to date with all things North County by visiting koct.org. Thanks and take good care.